Hello everyone, and welcome back to another mod spotlight with me, ShabbyQ. And this time we're doing Bibliocraft yet again by Mr. Newcast. And I'm going to go over some of the things that came out with the new 1.7 update. Alright, so first up we have the fancy Workbench. This is it right here. It comes in 6 different colors. Let's go ahead and access it. Now I'll show you what you can do with this thing. Alright, so if you have like a regular book and you put it over here, you'll be able to put in a set of recipes and whatnot, and you will be able to store it in a book. And once you have made a recipe, you can click this little button here, and if you have, let's go ahead and drag back down so you see there's kind of a ghost image. So let me click that. So if you have all the supplies in your inventory like I do, you can click this button up here. It will load everything up, and you can get yourself another fancy workbench. So that is really awesome. Fancy workbench. It's going to come in really handy for doing a bunch of things. And yeah. Alright, so up next you might have noticed these fancy signs around everywhere. So let's go ahead and load up and see what we got. It is a sign, a label, and a piece of paper. And I do believe we have all those things. So let's go ahead and do it. We'll get those things back. Got ourselves a fancy sign. We put it out, and you sneak and right click to access it with an empty hand, I do believe. And you can do all kinds of fancy stuff. Now the sign is totally fancy. You can type some stuff like, hello everyone, welcome back to another one. Alright, but you can also increase the size of the text if you'd like. You can also change the formatting, which is really awesome. You click that, and then you enter one of these. Hold on. Let me press. Oh no! Oh Lord! There we go. All right, so there we go. Now, if you look over here, you can see it says enter one of the following numbers or letters after this formatting symbol. And if you put in the formatting symbol and use one of these letters or one of these numbers, you can get the desired effect. So just for reference, I'm going to use K, press K, and then anything I type will turn into the crazy lettering, which is really awesome. So if, say for instance, I wanted to do a certain color, we could go with, let's say L, and then let's see, let's hit it again, pick a color. Let's go with 6. 6, press the 6. And then there we go. It should be bold. Bold. There we go, gold. Bold gold. That's what we should be going with right there. And that's awesome. Alright, so yeah, that's a few of the things you can do. You can also put an item in, or multiple items, and you can manipulate them. You can make them bigger and smaller. You can also move them around depending on which item you have selected, and you can do cool stuff like that. So yeah, that is the fancy sign. Alright, so up next we have the big writing book, and I do believe I have a recipe book. We're gonna make one. We will load it up and we'll get ourselves one of those big writing books. Now the big writing book is really awesome. I have one here on the desk. So let's go ahead and open it up, and you'll see it's basically just like the sign. You have all the colors and different things you can do, but you don't have to really format it yourself. There's just the buttons here for typing in color or whatever. Oops. There we go. And I just type a bunch of gibberish. That's fine. But you can type pages and pages, whatever you want. You click enter, it'll go down to the next line. I think it's per line you have to click the formatting, which is fine. If you want to, you can reset and go back to black. So if you're up here and just reset, it'll go back to black. You can also change the text scale size. If you see the little blue line over here, that's the part that got cut off. So it's just letting you know what you're cutting off. Anyways, also you can, over here on the right, you'll see there's these little plus signs, And let's go ahead and set this as chapter 1. Chapter 1. And then we'll go a couple pages back. You know, I've written a bunch of stuff in here. And there's more stuff like that. We can go ahead and assign another chapter for chapter 2. Like so. And then anytime you click this button, it will take you back and forth to those pages. So this is more like a little tab over here on the right to go back and forth between important pages or chapters or whatever you'd like to do. There's also, as a matter of fact, I do know that this thing supports up to like 250 pages, I do believe. So lots of writing. It also works with the typesetting table and printing press within the mod. You can also sign it. My book. There we go. And once you sign it, it's over. So that's my book that I wrote. And there it is, my book. All right, that has been the big writing book. All right, so up next we have the slotted book, and the slotted book is really cool. It's basically a book and quill and an oak wood label. You make yourself a slotted book, and then if you would like, you can take the slotted book, open it up. You can give it a title of some sort. We'll just say it's my book, so it can look like the other one. And you can give it a description. Also, we're going to put the recipe in there. We'll say it's the recipe for the slotted book. There we go, recipe for the slotted book. We're going to save it. And there we go. Now it just looks like it says my book, but if you open it, that's where we keep our little item or whatever we're going to keep in there. And it's really awesome. So that's it. That's my book. Alright, so up next we have the new desk bell. Let's go ahead and hear it. Alright, yes. Needs some service around here. But anyways, let's go ahead and open up this. Check out the recipe. And we will load the components from the inventory. This is what it takes. Make ourselves a desk bell. Do that back, put the recipe away. And you can put them down on the ground or whatever. They also accept a redstone signal, so you can use them as like an alarm or something like that if you would like. And yeah, that's the desk bell. Up next we have the sword pedestal, which is one of my new favorite things in the mod. Let's go ahead and see what it costs to make it. It's just a couple slabs and some wool. Also the book, if I didn't show you, tells you what you need. So there we go. Let's go ahead and make ourselves one of them. We'll set it down. And of course, like I said, it's a sword pedestal, so you can put your sword in it. And I do believe it works with all kinds of swords, so even if you got modded swords and stuff, they should fit in there. And it looks awesome to have a nice collection of swords with the armor and stuff too. Alright, so up next we have the reading enchantment. And if we go here and check it out, it's basically the monocle or the glasses or anything like that, along with any old enchanted book. Like I got a flame and a monocle here. It's going to load it up, and you will get the reading 1 enchantment, so you can put it on a helmet or any other kind of mod item I think may work. I'm not sure on that, but yeah, that's a way to get the reading enchantment book, so you don't have to use glasses if you don't want to. Alright, so up next we have the hand drill, and the hand drill is really awesome. Go ahead and load up the stuff for it. It's real easy to make. This is not necessarily a replacement for the screw gun in the mod, but it also does basically the same things the screw gun does without being so expensive, so you can go ahead and have it early game. Also, just go ahead and show you now, the screw gun or the hand drill will move bookcases forward and stuff, so you can do some stuff with that. Make it look really awesome if you like. You can also sneak, and it will rotate some of the things around, and so you can do something like that. Alright, so last but not least, the Redstone book, which I'm sure many of you are familiar with by now. But it also, if you open it, has a new little thing that explains what the Redstone book does and stuff, and also gives you a fancy spot to put in a book title. And we're just going to use my book. There we go. My book by ShabbyQ. Alright everyone, thank you so much for joining me. This is ShabbyQuotient, If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a like. Also, please click that subscribe button. I'm always looking for more people to come watch my videos and have a good time. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. This has been Bibliocraft by Newcast, and I will see you guys next time. All right.